We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game to decide it all. It's the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment. They built so much, and now it's here, a chance to take the field in the biggest football game of them all.
Yeah, what do we hear all week, Mike, from every team leading up to the Super Bowl? For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
Păi atunci, mare.
Just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what?
Yeah.
It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch
Suelta.
than it does after a drop.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins.
Ese pendejo fue tarado.
Big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Corre, mierda.
Throwing. Nix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You ask any player that's played in the Super Bowl, Mike, and they'll tell you the hardest part is everything up until kickoff. The best part is once that ball is kicked off, it finally feels normal again.
Agárralo, concha de tu madre.
They've been waiting for this moment. It feels like it's taken forever, but here we go. Who's going to go out and put together the best game at the right moment and come away Super Bowl champs?
Pa' allá, concha de tu madre. Agárralo.
And he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On 3rd down, here's a run.
Claro.
And good work defensively to stop this one after a gain of 5. And it will be 4th and long. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure
Ve correr, petarao.
not going anywhere. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Pushed out to his left. Now a shot here, deep middle.
Oh, puta madre, no lo sueltes, tu imbécil.
Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nix. He runs with it.
Come on.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Third down, they need 5. Now it's Dobbins.
Oh, punchet.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That is down the field and caught. And this is going to be a first down. That is a head coach not afraid to roll the dice. This time it pays off and a first down.
They pulled out all the stops on that fake, Mike, and it's one thing to call that in practice. But then to have the guts to call that and execute it in a real game, I mean, that takes some real confidence, and it worked out to perfection and just an incredible play all around.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down. They'll throw. It's Nix.
Toma mierda. Oh, dentro, petarao. Huevón eres.
Play moves them down to the 1.
First down and goal to go.
And this will not be a spike.
Oh, da passe, punchet, madre.
And he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Jugada.
Here's Nix to throw.
Imbécil eres.
To the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. Dobbins. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground,
Idiota.
pushes him back, and they force 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Oh, a flip back to the kicker.
Ya entró.
And he's
Toma
gonna take
mierda.
this into the end zone. The defense looking around saying, what was that? But that is a touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really.
And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him short. And this remains a 6-0 game.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for 2, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for 2, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
The Colts take over at first.
The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. On first down, they'll start with
Chápalo,
Taylor.
pinche.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for
Pinche
Joe.
tu madre, chápalo.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Daniel Jones.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Oh, está mal que no pase.
Deep shot for Pierce. And that is
Lo ha soltado.
complete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Knicks.
La madre, que agarra la bola, pe idiota.
And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it.
Uy,
But I think he hears those
Anda rápido.
footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
pinche tu
Escaping the
madre.
danger, throwing and completing. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Broncos.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Corre, perro.
A throw on the move is caught.
Che.
And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos extend their advantage to 13-0.
Colts, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it.
Va pa' atrás, ¿no?
That's 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10.
Mira,
He's got the big
What
man.
happened?
Go out he comes. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
E pra cá, com check.
Trying to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jones. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Jones. The short pass taken in by Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing now is Jones.
Tíralo, está huevón.
Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. That's complete.
Oye,
on the tight end screen.
Mario.
He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Jones.
Oh, la mierda. Oye, ya este huevón voló.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, too fast.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Prater's kick is good. And the Colts are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Check, madre. Están pasando. No seas idiota, petara.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the 2nd quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl.
Pa' acá, mierda.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at and so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Jones.
Puta, no hay nadie para que lo tenga. Che, tu madre.
As much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Pa' acá, mierda.
Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Jones. That one.
Suelta la bola con Chet.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and
Ah, suelta la mano. Puta madre.
The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down.
Puta, qué huevón eres, soy idiota de mierda.
As he threw in the pass is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins.
Corre, perro.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix.
Puta, qué pendejo, qué feo pase.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in
Tarao.
a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Corres.
That's going to be caught.
Puta, qué pendejo. Saltaste antes.
First down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in.
Concha de tu madre.
That's a conversation
Corre.
for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field.
Ah, corre, concha de tu
Now we
madre.
gotta see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
A big play here in the big game. 39 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins.
Qué huevón, poco el pase.
Not gonna work at all. He'll dive, get what he can. We're going to lose yardage on this play.
A loss of a
Lost
yard.
one on the
Brings up
last play,
second
so now
and
it's
11.
2nd and 11.
13-yard line.
Ya. Sí.
Throwing is Nix.
Puta.
That one intercepted.
Quítale.
The linebacker is Zaire
Sí.
Franklin.
Oh, se tiró.
And he's finally taken
Puta,
down.
qué
But a nice
burro.
return will set them up at the 35.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this
Acá,
drive.
conche. Una bola, tarado.
Forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
And the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again.
Páralo.
Here with Hill.
Pendejo eres. ¿Cómo vamos a
Taken
entrar?
down right at midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to
Acá,
do it
concha, tu
primarily from
madre.
the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now a toss.
Acá, mierda.
It's Taylor. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Third and long. Here we go. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen.
Sos idiota. Ta madre, oh.
As we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
A gain of 9.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Jones.
Puta madre.
Here's a deep shot for
Ya lo perdió.
and that is incomplete. But a penalty
¿Cuál falta, conche?
is down. Let's see who they got.
Cagao.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion is Warren. Throwing on 1st down is Jones.
Puta madre, ¿por qué les pasaron?
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Again, it's Jones. He takes
Puta madre, ¿cómo va a pasar? Seas pendejo.
the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
7 yards.
3rd and a yard. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards. It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return,
Córrelo.
comes Marvin Mims.
¡Ay!
And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense ready to take over
Te
once
cagaste
again.
ya.
They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Moving left.
Puta madre, oh, qué feo pase, oh, qué. Lo estás
There
llevando.
wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Nick's.
¡Corre!
Pinballs around, but it is
Oh,
incomplete.
oh, me están llegando al pincho.
Can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Throwing. Nick's. Off balance throw. It's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Nick's gonna throw for it. He'll buy time left.
Agárralo, pe idiota.
Incomplete. The defense up to the challenge
Pendejo
there.
eres, oh.
They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Jones now on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just
Te
no
vas,
way
pinche
for
tu
the
madre.
offense to go with the ball.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game, and then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll drop to throw.
Puta madre, tenlo.
A deep
Lo
shot
tengo que agarrar.
for Pierce.
Oh, qué pendejo.
Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Corre, 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 corre. A la mierda, como 5 te agarran.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
The 20-yard line.
To throw is Nix.
Qué pendejo, nadie descubre, oh. Esa es la mierda.
Indianapolis, that is their second. Talk things over before third down. Back to throw is Nix.
Puta madre.
Here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down's looming. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. Oh, look at this. And the pressure.
Oh, su Mario.
In the end zone. That's a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line. The defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Now things go from bad to worse. After giving up the safety, the free kick goes out of bounds. Here is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones.
Chápalo, concha de tu madre.
Throw there, but not on the same page with his targets. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun,
Madre.
it's Jones.
Acá, mierda.
Dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down. Shotgun now for Jones.
Puta, qué pendejo. ¿Dónde chucha te tiras? Oh?
Open is Pierce. It's on target. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Here's Jones to throw.
Agárralo.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down. Jones.
Acá, mierda.
Is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Now, Jones. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
Jones pass intercepted.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Play action now. It's Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
So, Daniel Jones and the Colts down 13-8. Just over 20 seconds to play. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl. And they've got it. 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you...
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
3rd and 14.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, what a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. And the Broncos have done it. They are your Super Bowl champion. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more. They are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
Commissioner Goodell will hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Denver Broncos, champions of Super Bowl 60. So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.